Hello everyone and welcome back to DLA channel. Today we will we'll talk about sociolinguistics, the type of sociolinguistics, the rule of sociolinguistics, and the method of instructional sociolinguistics. So let's get started. The sociolinguistics is the descriptive study of the effect of any and all aspect of society, including cultural norms, expectations, and context. Also, it is the study of the sociological aspect of language and the study of how the people around you and your heritage can change the way you speak. For example, being spoken together as Spanglish. The discipline examines how different social factors such as ethnicity, gender, age, class, occupation, and geographical location can influence language use and maintain social roles within a community. Types of sociolinguistics. There are two main types of sociolinguistics, which are integrationist sociolinguistics is principally interested in what language use can tell us about social processes, and therefore a central concern is the social meaning of language use. Also, it is a subdiscipline of linguistics that uses discourse analysis to study how language users create meaning via social interaction and how people use language in face-to-face interaction. Specifically, it focuses on how people manage social identities and social activities as they interact. And we have interactional linguistics. It is a linguistics and interdisciplinary approach to grammar and interaction that use conversation analysis methodology to examine linguistic structures such as syntax, phonetics, phonology, morphology, semantics, and pragmatics. Interactional linguistics. Interactional linguistics aims to advance our understanding of the symbiotic relationship between language and social interaction, contributing to a more encompassing comprehension of what language is, in light of its use within the dynamics of social interaction. This fully peer-reviewed journal publishes originally research that demonstrates how close scrutiny of linguistic structures as they occur and social interaction can depend on appreciation of the functional and formal aspect of language, be it within a single language or cross-linguistically. The journal publishes qualitative and quantitative research and will come empirically as well as theoretical arguments. The approach focuses on temporality, actively application and embodiment in interaction. Is the most concerned about how social factors and sometimes social process from linguistics process also it is the change of observation interpretation presents a comprehensive intermediate level examination of language variation and change. The branch of sociolinguistics concerned with linguistics variation in spoken and written. Also, it is the most characteristic of language because there is more than one way of saying the something. Speakers might vary pronunciation, accent, word choice, lexicon, or morphology and syntax, something called grammar. Linguistics variation does not equate with language and grammatically, but speakers are still sensitive to what it is and it's not possible in their native act. Add to this the idea sociolinguistics variable to be high in frequency, have a certain immunity from conscious suppression, and to be an integral part of larger structures and be easily quantified on a linear scale. The role of sociolinguistics. Sociology tells us about the social factors that influence our use of language. Sociolinguistics is recognized as a scientific discipline, and sociolinguistics adopt quantitative and qualitative research methods to analyze variation in language. Also, it studies the relationship between language and society, and how we speak differently in varying social contexts, and how specific functions of language. The method of instructional linguistics. Instructional method consists of principles and methods used by teachers to enhance and relate the training to learners. It is defined by the process that you use to instruct people on a particular topic, and each instructional method has its has its use. And there are examples like coursework after a lecture, of group-based homework after a training course. Add to this group work helps learning things about the lessons and relate them to their current knowledge. The coursework can define a number of problems that the group has to collectively solve. To conclude, sociolinguistics has become an important and popular field of study as certain cultures around the world expand their communication base, and intergroup and interpersonal relation take on a escalating significance.